welcome back to my channel. My voice is so hoarse, it's crazy. Let me tell y'all what's been going on. So I did a reaction yesterday. You could check that out, the Halloween movie reaction. It is the week. We have a lot of stuff going on. I'm gonna re-say what I said on the last movie reaction for the beginning of this episode, if that makes sense. So a lot of stuff about to change because I tried to do reactions, y'all, and I was able to upload that one, even though I got copyrighted. I said I don't care because it doesn't hurt my channel. I'm not like trying to monetize on it. It's just like for Halloween. But I'm not gonna be able to do all these movie reactions because it's like I tried to record. I recorded a whole reaction of a movie, and it was after I got done, it was just black. I was like, wait, what? So I guess I tried to record on HBO Max, so I guess I looked it up. It's like copyright issues that they don't allow you to do that. But then they say you can. So I don't know how these movie reactors be getting over it. I tried to do Hulu, which I know they don't let you do that. Tubi, YouTube movies. I'm just like, how do people do reactions? Oh my God. So I'm pretty sure it's something with the servers you got to get over on stuff. I don't got time for that. I was like, I don't really care. I was like, I have other festivities I can do for Halloween, so that's okay. Also, look at the background. If you have not seen that short, I did decorate, and I was like, I was thinking if I wanted to turn the lights off and like put my blackout curtains and make it dark, but I was like, it's okay. I still like it. You see all the spider webs with all these freaking spiders, crazy spiders everywhere. I love how it looked, and I'm trying to see if I want to unblur the background. Can y'all? I don't know. This is my witchcraft book, and you can see in really clear my little crystal ball. I love it. But we have crime to talk about, you guys. As always, I like to keep up on crime. That's why I constantly add onto my list. Now, because of that, the list is huge right now. Okay, I'm like, okay, I got to get over it. My problem is that I have a problem with not finishing and starting where I started at. If that makes sense, y'all. It sounded so bad when I just said that, but basically what I'm saying, I keep adding stuff to the list and I start at the bottom rather than the top. So we're going to be starting at the top, and we're going to finally get some of these out the way because there's a lot to talk about. We're talking about mothers and babies today, and it's a lot on this list, y'all. It's some crazy stuff and some stuff that needs to be talked about. So we're talking about a mother who strangled her infant baby to death. Now, they say this was during the stages of postpartum. I am not a mother. I've never been pregnant. I don't know what that feels like. It's actually really heartbreaking, and it's really scary to know what women go through after having a baby. It's like they say that, I heard from people that they say postpartum feel like you're just in this dark place and you want to be by yourself and a lot of things going on in your head. And I'm like, okay, is that how depression feel? I've never been depressed, so I don't know. But you have a woman murdering her baby and then driving around with the body for hours and then said, and I quote, parenting was the best 2 months of her life. Y'all, I don't know what to say about this one, so we're just going to get into it. Mom who strangled infant son and drove around with body for several hours says parenting was the best 2 months of her life. And that is the little baby, Miles Basilio, and her name is Ana Louise England. Okay. A 31-year-old woman in Colorado will spend several decades behind bars for killing her 2-month-old son, strangling him to death while in the theories of postpartum psychosis. Now, it's just so like I know she's, and it's a lot of questions that's already coming up to mind. If she was diagnosed, somebody knew about this, why was she able to have her baby? Now, if we're going to get more into this, okay, because I've heard that her husband knew. I'm like, why did she have that baby? Now, if you're dealing with a mental things going on, especially after like that deep and that dark after having a baby when it's that bad, I believe that they should take the baby or, your family member and let you relax by yourself so you could deal with that by yourself, and you can, get medicated if you need to. And I hear a lot of women don't even want to be medicated when, you're dealing with postpartum because it's just so much going on. I don't know, so I'm not going to, I'm not even going to say much about that. I just don't know about it. But I just feel like they shouldn't let her have her baby, especially since she was diagnosed. Diagnosing somebody means they have this. this. So yeah, Boulder County District Court Judge Thomas on Wednesday ordered Ana Louise England to serve a sentence of 40 years in a state correctional facility for the 2023 slaying of young Miles Basilio, authorities confirmed to Law and Crime. England had initially been charged with first-degree murder and first-degree murder of a victim under the age of 12 by someone in a position of trust, which carried mandatory minimum sentence of life in prison with the chance of parole. However, she reached a deal with prosecutors in the Boulder County District Attorney's Office and agreed to plead a lesser charge of second-degree murder while the more serious charges were dismissed. You know something, y'all? I'm not with that. I know she's medicated. Like, you know, she was diagnosed with something. But let's take that off the table real quick. Let's talk about murder. I am that person when I still think she should get charged with first degree. I don't care. You know, I always say that mental health, man, God, it's like, I know I always say I don't care because sometimes I really don't. But I know a lot of people really do go through stuff. I don't know what she was feeling, what she was going through, but we knew the woman was going through something. She was diagnosed with postpartum psychosis. That sounds really scary, first of all. But that aside, you have to think about the baby. You have to think about putting her hands around this newborn's throat and taking his life away. I know y'all so dark, but the only reason I say it like that is for you to understand and really visualize it. You need to visualize it to really understand how sick people are, okay? Yes, she was diagnosed, but then you'd be like, why was she able to have her baby? Like, why did she drive around with the body? There's so many questions. Like, you took the life of a little baby who was not even like living yet. 2 months this baby was here. 2 months. And then I'm like, okay, what happened with the other, like, how has she been feeling for like these past 2 months? There's so much. So yeah, I don't agree with that. I feel like she should have got charged with first degree murder, but she took a plea deal and that's what it is. 40 years, she'll be 70 something, so life already over. But dang, it's just sad for the baby, man. It's like, yeah, it's crazy what mental health does to people. The court credited England, who has remained in detention since her arrest in June 2023, with 423 days of time already served. This guilty plea and lengthy sentence is the right result in this very sad case, District Attorney Michael Daughtry said in a statement. It is heartbreaking to acknowledge the immense emotional toll on the baby's father and family, as well as the police officers who desperately tried to prevent this tragic murder. Our prosecution team worked hard to ensure that we were able to secure the right outcome for the defendant, which is a very lengthy sentence to state prison. England's defense attorney, Larry Bennett, argued during the Wednesday's proceedings that the mental health care system failed both Ms. England and her infant son, the Daily Camera reported. Bennett added that England loved her son and family and still experiences a great sense of regret and remorse for what happened. England, and I know I'm saying that weird, y'all, but England also addressed the court, explaining what she was going through in the weeks after giving birth to Miles. All I can recall was that I had bizarre auditory and visual hallucinations, England reportedly said. I didn't sleep, then I started to have violent visual hallucinations. Adding to the already tragic circumstances of the case, England told the court that she agreed to plead guilty and go to prison to ensure that she could no longer harm her husband, saying her time parenting Miles with him before her hallucinations began was the best 2 months of her life, per the Daily Camera. He kept our son safe, she reportedly said. He was very cautious about not leaving Miles with me. I convinced him and myself that I was okay, but I was still in psychosis. I'm so sorry I took fatherhood away from him and left a hole in his life. Okay, let's talk about this. Wow. Already, you have her husband knew, the doctors knew. This is scary. It's scary because, like, look at the stuff she said she was going through, hallucinations. You know, she was just having dark hallucinations, like scary stuff, man. I don't know what that feels like. I don't want to know what that feels like. But she even said that her husband had to, he made sure that he kept their son away from her so she doesn't harm him. Why was her son near her? I know he kept them away. And I guess, you can easily say, she's still a mother, but especially if she's going through like having hallucinations, dangerous hallucinations, y'all shouldn't even be in the house, okay? She should have been going to get like help, or went to a place to get help to go stay there for a while. I know a lot of people would be like, they don't like to be medicated, they don't want to go to a psychiatric place, but it's like at the same time that can help people. I know people who have done that personally in my personal life. It's like it really can't help people, and sometimes it can't help people. It cannot. It's like it can and it can't. You gotta want help. But she knew that she was still going through psychosis. Her husband knew. I would never let her be alone with that baby if I was him. I wouldn't even let her be in the same room with that child. It's like until you're fully okay, which you may never know until you get an okay from a doctor. It's really scary. I don't know. It's like just because I'm not a mom, like I said, but just the fact that she said her husband had to be, like he made sure that she was not left alone with the baby because she didn't want to harm the baby or him, that would really freak me out. But like I said, mental health aside, she still murdered this child. Yes, that could have been the best 2 months of your life, but you still murdered the baby, so you still have consequences. So yeah. As previously reported, police on June 10th responded to England's home to conduct a welfare check on a woman who was possibly having a mental health crisis. Witnesses told police that England had taken her infant son from the home and driven away. Prosecutors said that England waited until the child's father went to the bathroom, then sneaked out the house with Miles and drove to the location where she killed him. Her whereabouts remained a mystery for several hours after an attempt to locate alert was issued, investigators said. She was found shortly after 10 p.m. that evening, parked in the lot of Boulder Community Health Foothills Hospital. Miles was also in the vehicle and rushed to the emergency room where he was admitted in critical condition. The medical staff was unable to resuscitate the child, and he was pronounced dead at 10:48 p.m., police said. She told police she had only driven a few blocks from her home when she put Miles in her lap and strangled him, telling police it was because I didn't want him to suffer in life like I had, the Denver Post reported. Prosecutors said after killing her son, she drove around with the boy's body for several hours. This is so freaky. It's like eerie and scary and stuff. It's just that it's creepy. It's like, I know, like I said, I know she was going through stuff, but you still got, like, it's creepy. You strangled a little baby. You had him in the seat with you for like hours driving around. You could have, let me stop saying that. Let me stop saying you could have. No, you could not have did anything else after doing that. You could have took him to the hospital. It's like, I don't know what she was going through, and it's so creepy. It's like, it's always hard for me to talk about mental health because, you got people that be like, well, because I've seen comments like this, even on TikTok when I post about mental health, about stuff with crimes. I'm always saying that people with mental health shouldn't get treated different. As I say stuff like that, yes, y'all. I'd be like, it depends, but it also, because a lot of people lie about mental health, but she was actually going through stuff. But it still doesn't justify the fact that she murdered a little baby. It's like, this newborn, you lived 30 years here and your child had nothing. So yeah, it's hard for me to side with her just because she had mental health. You guys, it's hard for me to do that. I just can't, and I'm pretty sure she did have a good life with her baby, like her 2 months of like being a mother. I'm pretty sure it was good, but it's like you still murdered a child. Consequences, y'all. They're actions for your consequences. Is that how you say it? There's consequences for your actions. And yeah, she deserved really first-degree murder. That's sad. It's like for the baby and the boys and the boy's father. And then if that's true, that she, took him after he was in the bathroom. Man, I can't even say take the baby in the bathroom with you. It's like, if it was that bad, I would have took the baby in the bathroom with me. But it's like, he couldn't even step away for a second. If it was that bad, he should have took the baby. First of all, let's talk about this. If it was that bad that he couldn't be in the bathroom with the baby, out there for like a minute, the baby shouldn't be in the house. Okay, at that point, the baby should not be in the home. or y'all should have somebody else in the house with you guys while she's going through what she's going through. I'm also curious if she was taking medication or not, because she was diagnosed, and if she was still having hallucinations, I'm starting to think she wasn't taking medication or she stopped taking medications, because medication would, I would hope, like I said, I don't know, but I would hope that would mellow that out and try to calm you down so you are okay to be by your child. Because I would think that, if you're experiencing depressions and postpartum psychosis, that sounds so crazy to me. I would think that the doctor, if they knew you had a baby, they would not allow you to be by that child unless you're taking medication. So yeah, I don't know about that one. I just feel like she wasn't taking it. And then it's scary that she was driving. Can you imagine what if she killed other people on the road because you don't know what's going through her head? I'm also curious about what was going through her head while she was killing this baby. Like, was she just seeing dark? She said she didn't want the baby to suffer while she was suffering. You wasn't suffering. Your mind made you think that. It's really crazy to see just how scary mental health can be. I'm actually witnessing this now. It's like, I'm talking like with the cases, I don't have anything going on. I'm just saying with these cases that I'm reading, that's with people that's actually diagnosed and it's actually said that they have it. It's like, this was a horrifying case for the baby. It's like you murdered your child. Your child is not here no more. But it's like, on the other hand, I'm also understanding that people really are in dark places and it's scary to get out of it. That's so horrifying. I just can't imagine feeling like that. But I have morals too. I just believe that, she had consequences for her actions, and yes, she was going through stuff, but she's also a murderer. So yeah, she got what she deserved. 40 years, and she'll be, most likely, I feel like she'll probably get out in her 60s. Hopefully she served her whole time. It's really sad. It's like the baby's not here, the baby's father don't have the baby. Realistically, I would have put that baby in with my other family. I would not let that baby be in the home with us. I wouldn't even want to be in the home, okay? I'm sorry, y'all, but I'm afraid. I would be so afraid with dealing with that with my beloved one, just because I wouldn't know what to do. If somebody's telling me they're having, because she told her husband that she's having dangerous hallucinations, I don't want you to hurt me. So my life's in danger, my baby's life in danger. No, we can't stay here until you're okay. Until I would physically have to watch this person take their medication every single day, lift your tongue up, cheeks, throat, make sure you ain't regurgitating nothing up. I would have to make sure you take your medication for me to be okay in the home. So yeah, it's a really sad case, y'all. It just tells you how far people go with mental health. It's just, this was real, but it's like she's still a murderer. So yeah. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. This is really heartbreaking for the baby. It's like the baby didn't even get to live their little life. Oh my God, the babies are so fragile. It's so sad. Now this would sound really dark, but she really could have, you're strangling a child. She really could have broke that baby's neck. Babies have no bones. They're so freaking fragile. It's so much that could have happened. Oh my God. And she murdered him, so it did happen. So on that note, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Stay safe out there. Stay alert. Stay aware. Y'all just be careful, okay? And on that note, I will see you guys in the next video. Road to 900. Bye.